How Yahoo Boys became Nigeria's unofficial economy. The billion-dollar underground. He is 22 years old. He never finished university. He lives in a 2-bedroom apartment in Benin City with 3 friends. And last month, he made more money than a Nigerian senator. Not from a job, not from a business, from a laptop, from a phone, from a set of skills that Nigeria's broken economy made feel like the only logical choice. He is not alone. There are hundreds of thousands like him across Lagos, Abuja, Benin, Warri, Enugu, and every Nigerian city in between. Together they have built something that Nigeria's government has never been able to build, a functioning economy. Underground, illegal, billion-dollar, and deeply uncomfortably connected to the same political class that claims to be fighting it. Tonight, the silent mentor tells the full story of Nigeria's Yahoo Boys, where they came from, how they evolved, how much they actually make, and the twist that will make you question everything you thought you knew about who the real criminals are. How does a country produce some of the world's most sophisticated cyber criminals? How does internet fraud go from a few 419 emails in the 1990s to a billion-dollar global industry that makes Nigeria the 5th most prolific cybercrime nation on Earth? How do cybercrime schools, where children as young as 14 are taught to defraud people, operate openly in Nigerian cities? And the question that Nigeria's government, its churches, and its newspapers all avoid when a country fails its young people so completely: is it really surprising that some of them find another way to survive? The story begins in the 1990s. Nigeria had just emerged from decades of military rule. The economy was devastated, unemployment was catastrophic, and the internet had just arrived. In the cyber caves of Lagos and Benin City, young Nigerians discovered something extraordinary. With a computer, an email account, and a convincing story, they could reach wealthy foreigners in America and Europe. And some of those foreigners would send money. The original scam was the advance fee fraud named after Section 419 of Nigeria's criminal code. A Nigerian prince, a stranded businessman, a dying widow with millions to transfer. Pay a small fee up front, receive millions in return. It was crude. It was obvious. And it worked on enough people to make it extraordinarily profitable. But here is what most people don't know about the 419 era. The young men running those scams were, in many cases, among the most educated and technically capable Nigerians of their generation. They had computer skills when most Nigerians had never touched a keyboard. They had communication skills, writing convincing English to foreign targets. They had entrepreneurial instincts, identifying opportunities and executing on them. In a country where those skills had no legitimate outlet, they found an illegitimate one. And the Nigerian government, too busy looting the oil money, paid almost no attention until it was too late. By the 2010s, the Yahoo Boy operation had transformed completely. The crude 419 email was gone, replaced by something far more sophisticated, far more targeted, and far more devastating. Romance scams alone have drained over $1 billion from victims, particularly in the United States, while the broader African continent has seen estimated losses exceeding $3 billion over the past few years. $1 billion from romance scams alone. That is not a cottage industry. That is a corporation. In 2022, Nigeria recorded a 174% increase in cybercrimes within 6 months, and in 2023, the Nigerian economy lost $706 million through cybercrime, with the Internet Crime Complaint Center ranking Nigeria third for cybercrime in the world in 2023, third in the world, behind only Russia and the United States. A disturbing development is the emergence of cybercrime schools, informal training hubs where individuals, often children and young adults, are taught how to defraud others online. They are commonly referred to as HK, Hustle Kingdom, or 419 training schools. Children being taught fraud in schools, operating openly in Nigerian cities. This is the scale of what Yahoo culture has become. But here is the revelation that Nigeria's mainstream media consistently refuses to fully explore. The Yahoo boy underground is not separate from Nigeria's political and economic elite. In many documented cases, they are the same people. The EFCC Chairman Ola Alukoid noted that some Yahoo boys launder public funds on behalf of corrupt leaders, pointing to a case where a 22-year-old fraudster was used to launder money for politicians. Read that again. Nigeria's anti-corruption agency's own chairman publicly stated that Yahoo boys are being used by politicians to launder stolen public money. The underground economy and the official economy are not two separate things. They are the same economy wearing different clothes. The EFCC secured 4,111 convictions in 2024 and recovered over 365 billion naira in monetary assets. 365 billion naira recovered in 1 year from cybercrime and financial fraud. To put that in context, that is more than the entire annual budget of several Nigerian states. The underground economy is not underground at all. It is one of Nigeria's largest industries. It just doesn't pay tax. Here is the twist that will make you sit with this story differently. In December 2024, the EFCC conducted a massive raid and arrested 792 suspects involved in cryptocurrency fraud and romance scams. Among those arrested were 148 Chinese nationals, 40 Filipinos, 2 Kazakhstanis, 1 Pakistani, and 1 Indonesian. Read that again. In a raid on Nigerian Yahoo boy operations, the majority of those arrested were not Nigerian. They were foreign nationals operating cybercrime networks from Nigerian soil, using Nigerian infrastructure. Nigeria's Yahoo boy problem is not just a Nigerian problem. It is a global criminal enterprise that has chosen Nigeria as its base, partly because of weak enforcement, partly because of corruption, and partly because some of the most sophisticated digital fraud talent in the world happens to be Nigerian. Some Yahoo boys perceive their actions as an attempt to recoup the wealth that their ancestors worked for, but were never adequately compensated for by the global community during their lifetimes. They call it getting their reparations, stealing from the same Western world that enslaved, colonized, and extracted from Africa for centuries. It is a moral framework that is deeply wrong because the victims of romance scams are ordinary people, not colonial governments. But it is a moral framework that exists. And understanding why it exists is essential to understanding why enforcement alone will never solve this problem. Think about who becomes a Yahoo boy, not the exception, the average. He is between 18 and 26, a probably has some secondary school education. He may have started university but dropped out because his family couldn't afford the fees. He looked for legitimate work and found nothing, or found something that paid less in a month than his Yahoo friend made in a day. He lives in a country where 40% of young people are unemployed, where the politicians who failed to create those jobs are building mansions and buying private jets. Analysts argue that investment in education and vocational training, particularly in digital skills and entrepreneurship, can offer youth legitimate pathways to prosperity. But those pathways don't exist yet. And in the meantime, the laptop is open. The hustle kingdom is recruiting. And the choice between a legitimate job that doesn't exist and an illegal one that pays is not actually a choice at all for too many Nigerian young people. The victims of Yahoo Boys, the elderly Americans who lose their life savings to romance scams, the teenagers extorted through sextortion. Their suffering is real and devastating and deserves absolutely no justification. But the conditions that produce Yahoo Boys, the unemployment, the inequality, the failed institutions, the political class that models grand theft at the highest level, those conditions are also real. And Nigeria cannot solve one without confronting the other. Nigeria's Yahoo Boy underground is not going anywhere. Yahoo Boys siphon billions of naira through elaborate scams that disrupt businesses, drain personal savings, and complicate national economic policy. Techniques such as phishing and ATM fraud create ripple effects, contributing to inflationary pressures by injecting unproductive cash into circulation. The money they bring in inflates local economies, drives up prices, distorts markets, makes legitimate business harder to sustain. The EFCC arrests thousands, recovers hundreds of billions, and the industry keeps growing. Because you cannot arrest your way out of a crisis that is fundamentally an economic crisis. You cannot prosecute your way out of a society where fraud pays better than education, and working harder than most people in the world can get you nothing. The Silent Mentor, because history whispers. We listen. Subscribe now, because the next secret is darker than anything we have told you yet.